Welcome, family, to another Revolution Sunday with yours truly, Dr. A.J. Green Sr. Know what to do, family. Tag and share and tag. Let the good people in your world know that we're on the air. Let's get it. The divine, the source, the creator has something to say to us today. And I, for one, am honored and privileged to be with you today. We're streaming live on YouTube and, of course, within our Patreon community, Revolution Inc., where you can locate that at patreon.com/AGGreenNow. That's patreon.com/AGGreenNow. And, of course, on our YouTube channel, that is AG Green Now. Thank you so much. Tag, share, and text. Text, share, and tag. Tag, share, and text. Text, share, and tag. Almighty, we're thankful and grateful for these moments that we spend together in the spirit, as spirits, as a divine species. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for inner exploration. Thank you for inner expansion. Thank you. We're never lost. We're always safe in you. And we just bless you and praise you. We thank you for so many things: food, clothing, shelter, the activities of our limbs, health and strength, sound mind, love, joy, peace, abundance, prosperity. Now, later, we just bless you for it all. We give you praise. We remember the name, the authority, the power, the nature of Yeshua Christ. It is so, and so it is. Tag, share, and text. Text, share, and tag. Tag, share, and text. Let some folk know that we are on the air. Grand Rising. Yes, good to see you all on today. Thank you so much. Since we only stream now on YouTube and within Patreon, we want to make sure that while it is free for people to watch us during this season on Patreon, that they take full advantage of it. Again, we're thankful, and I'm excited and delighted to be with you here on today. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. Our resident mystic, Pastor Wesley Turk, is watching us in our Patreon community. Grand Rising to you, sir, as well. Again, we are privileged to be with you here on today. I always like to remind you of Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ, through the Christos, through the Christ mind who strengthens us. When you to type it in the comment section and speak it out loud, I can. Come on, type it in the comment section. I can. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. I can evolve. I can master whatever appears to be an obstacle, whatever appears to be something that is unwanted or unwarranted. I can. In partnership through the Christ mind, in partnership through the Christos, in partnership with God, I can. That's it. Come on, type it in the comment section. I can. Own it, feel it, know it, embrace it, declare it, decree it, say it, live it, be it. I can. Come on. I can. That's it. I can. I know that I can. You've got to know, as somebody said in the old days, that you know 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 that you know. And even when they stated it, they didn't know that it is the highest echelon of faith is knowing, not believing, but knowing. That's it. I can. I can. You are the offspring of a dynamic, powerful, eternal, spiritual being. You are not merely powerless, for every thought impressed with emotion, every belief system, every core belief. Your imagination is creation. I am powerful. Speak it out loud and type it in the comment section. I am powerful. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Come on, type it in the comment section. I am powerful. Come on, type it in the comment section. I am powerful. Good to see my sister on, Pastor Janet Green, today, connecting with us on YouTube. I am powerful. Come on, type it in the comment section. I am powerful. An awareness of your power is necessary. An awareness of who and what you are at all times is necessary. An awareness that you are powerful so that you can use strategy to create intention to collapse the physical wave as a spiritual being. Collapse the wave. We collapse the wave with intention. Move it from wave form into particle. It is important that you know that you're powerful and that you accept the power that you are and the power that you possess. I am powerful. Never shudder and never be afraid of the power that you possess, of the power that you are, of the power that you have access to. I am powerful. Thank you so much. So good to see you and you on today. I'm so excited and delighted. Thank you for taking out time in your busy schedules. And until we update our announcements, Grand Rising to you, Brenda, until we update our announcements, I'm going to just give you a few minutes of announcements before I do my check-in on you. Before I check in on everybody and see how they're doing, I want to remind you, you can follow me at the various social media handles, the websites you see at the bottom of the screen: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. We also have a new YouTube channel that it's in the early stages, The Divine You, which is a wonderful, wonderful, shameless plug to encourage you, family, to support the Divine You podcast. The Divine You podcast, it's on Spotify and it's on Apple, and it is growing every week. And I want to encourage you to continue to support it. If you don't know how to find it, simply go to theaggreen.com. That's theaggreen.com. And there's a link there that will take you to the homepage, and you can find out where it is located on Spotify, as well as YouTube and other resources that are available. I appreciate those who are supporting the podcast. And let us remember that we have migrated the majority of our programming over to the Patreon platform. And so as a result, right now we're in the preliminary phases on Sundays until I'm able to update my background. I use an artificial background to give you the backdrop. Patreon does not have right now the function of an artificial background. You would only see my green screen, and I don't want you to do that yet. Once we figure that out, we'll be going live exclusively from within Patreon every week. And the ability to like and heart and interact is different when you stream live from within the platform versus taking a live link like I have to do now and paste it in the platform and push it to you. So in the meantime, you can get 50% off REV50, that's REV50, when you check out. And if you are a member of the paid tiers, you're getting inundated with all kinds of information. I'm gonna get your feedback in a minute. We've got luminaries. We've got, well, that's the wrong price. It's actually $11.77 and $7.77 now. I keep putting up the wrong thing. My apologies. It's much cheaper than that now. I've discounted the prices. Same categories and wonderful, wonderful, powerful things that you receive when you become a member of the paid tiers. Real quickly, I want some feedback from some people on the paid tiers. There are some powerful dynamic articles that are listed on there right now, discussing from a analytical, critical, and objective point of view, the Bible. along with other wonderful subjects that we are discussing with you right now. Deconstructing religion. There's a morning series, very short, brief, and concise, to help people on their deconstruction journey. We put out some recent content in the last couple of weeks, some pop-up videos on the power of consistency. All those things. Tell me real quickly in the comment section how you're enjoying the content. Tell me how it's impacting your personal life. And I do appreciate all those who comment, who come to the platform, who check it weekly, consistently weekly, and who are constantly commenting on the material that they're reading. This is a reading, studying, spiritual community. We read and we study. I'm going to say it again. We read and we study. Here we go. Our resident therapist says, I'm in the paid tier. I'm locked in. And it's helping daily with my spiritual growth. That's good to hear. Thank you so much for that. Yes, we've got some challenging articles in there, some articles that's going to challenge your theology, so forth and so on. But I never come without the receipts, as they say. Never come without the receipts. Brenda says, love the blogs and videos, very uplifting and informative. Thank you so much. And then our resident mystic, Wesley Turk, who is watching us on Patreon, says, powerful, informative information. Thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful feedback. And again, people make up their own minds. We just give you an opportunity to see other angles and other points of view in light of information that is surfacing, that is emerging, that is coming forth, that is causing people to deconstruct, reevaluate, reestimate. And in the process, many end up deconstructing, recognizing that a lot of the information that has been disseminated is marred with human corruption. And nevertheless, we thank you for your positive feedback and for your support. I want you to type at least one thing in the comment section that you're grateful for. My Krista says, I'm loving it. So much great content. Really enjoying the videos. All of it is inspiring, refreshing information. Thank you so much, so much. I appreciate it. Praise and gratitude alert. Come on, type in the comment section at least one thing that you're grateful for. While you're praising God, the divine, the source, I want you to type in the comment section at least one thing that you are thankful and grateful for. What's one thing you give praise for? What's one thing that you give thanks for right now in this moment? Type it in the comment section. One thing. One thing. And I'm going to, let's see, type mine real quickly here. And I most definitely am thankful for about to misspell that, look like. Get back in there, green. There we go, there we go. Grateful for my religious deconstruction journey. Who else? Let's see here. I'm grateful for the lives are changing in our spiritual community. Thank you so much. Let's see, our resident mystic, Wesley Turk on Patreon says he's grateful for shelter, food, and clothing. Absolutely. We are so thankful and grateful for these wonderful provisions that we have. Anybody else? Let's see. I'm thankful to have days for rest. Wonderful. And she said, wonderful, dude. So grateful for my deconstruction journey too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing what you are thankful and what you are grateful for on today. What a wonderful, wonderful thing it is to be thankful and grateful. And you should always practice praise and thanksgiving to God, the divine, the source, every day, I should say. There's a list of things. There are a list of things. There are a litany of things that you and I should be thankful for, despite how life may appear to be Brenda says, I'm grateful for safe travels. And the report that was given to my sissy is changing because of divine healing. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. That is awesome to hear. Monica says, I'm grateful for my family and loved ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hillary just keeps flowing, life and good health. And the peace, yes, yes. Peace is priceless, family. Peace is a priceless thing. Oh my goodness. And you'll find out as you start ascending the chronological ladder that peace is going to be one of the most important things that you covered and desire in your life. It's going to be peace above all other things. Thank you all for sharing that on this particular day. I think I got all the announcements out the way. Let me see. I think that's everything I'm going to say. So we're going to get into some teaching on today. Prepare our hearts and minds for teaching. And our resident mystic on Patreon says, welcome to those who came out of religion. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, 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 you are welcome here. And we wholeheartedly welcome you as well. All right. My assistants have the scriptures they're going to put up. And our resident therapist is going to tell us what installment we're on in terms of this particular series that I think I started last week or the week before last. I think it was last week that I started it. We're going to be looking at, I think I gave them, let me see. Yes, Psalm 105:19, Genesis 12:1-3, and Genesis 21:1-2. They'll put it up on the screen momentarily. We thank the Creator, the Source, and Sustainer for His guidance in all things. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so, and so it is. This is part 2, family. The challenges to manifesting faith. The challenges to manifesting faith. We spent some time briefly last week discussing the wonderful character of Joseph out of the biblical text. And Joseph has been one in whom I've always found an immense sense of, I guess I could say, connection and consolation when reading the narratives about him. We won't be discussing him today, but that's what we discussed in part 1 on last week. I might give you a brief recap on what that was all about. But let's look real quickly at our thematic text. This was related to Joseph till what he foretold came to pass, till the word of the Lord proved him true, NIV version. King James, until the time that his word came, the word of the Lord tried him. We discussed that on last week. We're going to move on to our Genesis text for today, And again, I want to thank you for your support in reading the articles, watching the videos. And again, I appreciate your patience in developing more and more and more content. To create content, to find it, to research it, to study it out, and then to create it takes time. And I really, really, really do appreciate your patience. NIV, Genesis 12:1-3, the Lord had said to Abram, go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great. You will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. And whoever curses you, I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. Thank you so much. King James, now the Lord said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house into a land that I will show thee. And they will put up the next part of that in the King James. And don't forget to put that last one up. These are just preliminary texts, pretexts to what we really want to discuss as it relates to Abram in our presentation on today. Abram, also known as Abraham, His name allegedly is Abram before it was changed by his God. Okay, let's see here. Looking for, and I will make of thee a great nation and will bless thee and will make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Wonderful, wonderful. Did we get all that? When we got one more, Krista, from King James, and then I'm going to move into Genesis 21 NIV. There we go. Thank you. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Fascinating text. NIV, Genesis 21, 1 through 2. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised. All right, in the King James. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. Verse 2, for Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age at the set time. Fascinating, fascinating. So a little bit of the backdrop into our text today. Let's see, the time which God had spoken unto him. That's the finality of that text. We're going to extract a few lessons from that. What I want to say to you is that starting out, we should understand that when we are being, how could I put this? When we have a vision, when we have a dream, when we have a purpose, and then alongside that dream, we have something revealed to us by God, something revealed to us by the source, something revealed to us by our higher selves that confirms the purpose, the dream, the vision that we are and that we have. The greatest challenge is going to be a shifting of a mindset and aligning to become. When I say aligning to become, I mean aligning to become in terms of your persona and your mind, aligning with who and what you are as a spirit being, and that which we are as spirit beings exists in a spiritual dimension, and it projects itself into this existence, but it is in alignment with the spiritual plane, the astral plane, and the source, God and the creator. I say alignment because until there's alignment, there will develop resistance in us. I'm going to say it again. Until there is alignment, there's going to develop resistance. Where does that resistance come from? That resistance comes from what we are conditioned to believe. That resistance will come from what we have accepted as truth, what we have adopted as core beliefs. It's not going to be so much the people in a physical body who challenge you the most. It's going to be you bringing those people into your life who challenge you based on your own inner conflict as it relates to you believing if you can or cannot align with the best version of yourself, if you can or cannot align with a higher dimensional you, if you can or cannot align with great destiny, if you can or cannot align with the highest vision for you. In this particular text, Abram is led by the Creator out of the land of the Ur of the Chaldees and sent on a journey of self-discovery, divine discovery. An heir or a seed was promised to him. This heir, this seed, that was promised to him is where the challenge begins. He's about 25 years older than his wife. And in being 25 years older than his wife, that same wife is barren. She cannot have children. And so we pick up at chapter 16, verse 2. I want you to understand, family, that when you receive the spark of inspiration, when you decide to answer what some would call a higher calling, when you decide that you're going to walk in what God, the creator and the source, is revealing to you, is the ultimate place, the ultimate you, the ultimate dimension, the ultimate reality, the ultimate life where you fulfill the assignment at the highest levels, where you live the dream, where those things that you've been desiring start flowing into your life, the impact you want to make on people, the job you want, the leadership position you see yourself in, the people by the thousands you see yourself helping, or the educational achievement you desire, whatever that is for you, reasoning is going to create resistance, or resistance is going to come from within your reasoning. I want you to type in the comment section, intellectual reasoning provides resistance. Intellectual reasoning provides resistance. Now, listen, intellectual reasoning is great. I encourage us to be critical thinkers on this platform. But there are some times where intellectual reasoning is going to provide resistance. Resistance because when something appears to be out of bounds or out or beyond the perimeter of sensual, sensorial, or physical power, linear systems, then that part of you struggles, watch this, with seeing how a person who can barely pay their rent is going to make some people, that it's a stretch to think that they can make 100,000, 150,000 a year. They've come from a family where the mother, father never made that. They may have somebody that know who makes that. And then on top of that, their life appears to be filled with all kinds of obstacles to that. And they are struggling to pay a light bill, struggling just to be able to buy a pair of shoes. But yet they have this sense, or they receive this inspirational message or this prophecy that they're going to make six figures. I'm just using six figures as an example. I didn't even want to use $1 million. But and then there's one part of them that's happy and excited, but then there's another part of them as time goes on that says, I just don't know if this is possible. Because, and then after that, because is an if. Again, that's going to come out of intellectual reasoning. And listen, how we intellectually or use reasoning intellectually, family, is based on what you believe. So we did some teaching months ago for several consecutive weeks on confirmation bias. Powerful teaching. If you didn't hear it, you should go back and find it somewhere. It should be still on YouTube. Facebook has taken down all those videos with their new policy. Confirmation bias is the tendency to seek, interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or values while discounting evidence that contradicts them. every time I share this definition, it makes me wonder, how in the world can people exist and not know that they have a confirmation or a cognitive bias, and not know that it is not only interpreting everything they believe, everything they think, everything they process, and it's not only interpreting, it is manifesting. I'm going to say it again. Interpretation leads to manifestation, meaning the interpretation of your life, again, which is going to be processed through the filter of a core belief, then leads to the manifestation, watch this, of the core beliefs, again, which is based on what? Your confirmation bias. You're going to interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or failures while discounting evidence that contradicts them. What are you talking about here? What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say that your truth continues to recirculate itself in your life, not so much based on what the creator is saying and doing, not so much based on what somebody else is saying and doing, but completely based on what you think, what you believe, how you interpret data, how you process concepts. Wow. This is what Sarah ran into. Sarah had challenges because of her confirmation bias. She had challenges because her reasoning, her deductive reasoning, family, is based on her culture. It's based on her background. All these things shaped what she decided would be truth and what she decided was not truth. I hope I'm making sense to you all today. All these things presented themselves as impediments to her. Frank Damasio says, everyone who has a word or a promise must deal with the reasoning test, end quote. Now, I'm talking to you about confirmation bias. I just gave you the definition of what confirmation bias is, cognitive bias and confirmation bias are. I'm going to continue down that line. Raymond S. Nicholson says, once you have a belief, you will tend to notice, seek out, and give more weight to information that supports that belief. These psychological roots come from Peter Wasson in 1960 through experiments that showed how people ignore falsifying evidence. It was expanded by Leon Festinger in 1957 in his theory of cognitive dissonance, where the mind speaks to resolve internal conflict between beliefs and experiences. So, the mechanisms involved in confirmation bias are selective exposure, meaning seeking out only those news sources, people, or books that confirm one's opinions. This is dangerous, family. Let me tell you why this is dangerous. The reason why it's dangerous is because this is why it is difficult for new light, new information to enter anybody's cranium, anybody's brain, if you are constantly only seeking out information that confirms what you think is the truth. How can you know anything else? How can you embrace anything else? How can you see anything else? How can you respect anything else? How can you be open to anything else? The next mechanism is biased interpretation. Two people with opposing views may interpret the same event or statement in drastically different ways. Yes, because a biased interpretation would take the same set of words that two people hear. One person would take it negatively, the other person would take it as a compliment. Am I making any sense? All again because of confirmation bias, a set and subset of beliefs and experiences has caused people to develop a belief of what they heard a person say and interpret it again from who and what they are in the moment. The last mechanism is called memory recall bias. People remember information that supports their views more clearly and forget or downplay conflicting information. Let's look at her cognitive bias. Y'all still with me? Let's look at her cognitive bias. If you're still with me, say I'm still with you. Let's look at her cognitive bias. Let's look at it. Grand rising to you, Linda. Let's look at it. She's watching us on Patreon. She said in verse 2, 16 and 2, behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. In other words, she said, he's prevented me from having children. That's false evidence. She honestly believed from religious reasoning. Type in the comment section, religious reasoning. Type that in the comment section, religious reasoning. Oh my goodness. I could spend a whole year talking about this. I'm not going to do it. Religious reasoning. Type that in the comment section. Type that in the comment section. Religious reasoning. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for typing it on Patreon. Religious reasoning. Now, religious reasoning is, again, when people interpret, and it's not just God they interpret through religious reasoning, but people literally, family, interpret everything through the lens of religious reasoning. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want you to understand something. Sarah is not barren because God made her barren. She's barren because she can't have children. That's a biological issue. That is a biological issue. Yes, she put her bias on the Lord. She put her bias on the source. She put her bias on the creator. Wow. I need y'all to follow me now. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying today. It was never God who made her barren. She just could not have children. This is what I want people to understand here. People think because they read something in the book that every word is divinely inspired and every word is, if it's in that book, that means God endorsed it. It's just not true. Because this wasn't true. The woman simply could not have children. And this is what I find to be interesting with people. I find it interesting how people will say, I told you I heard this story from a very famous, she's not that famous no more, prophet and prophetess, was traveling the world, was in what she said was an abusive relationship. And I heard her on a national program years ago, whose call letters of a station I will not call, will not say on the air, that she had to be beat for other women. That's what she said. The Lord wanted her to be beat. This is what she said. The Lord wanted her to be beat for other women so she could minister to other women. Listen to me. That is, let me calm myself down. That's religious reasoning. That is a person who is, as Dan McClellan would say, is trying to renegotiate the text and renegotiate God to fit her identity politic or her personal philosophical, theological ideology to justify why she was in the situation she was in. You were in a situation you were in because you chose a man who beat you. And the man was a pastor himself as well. Okay? Both of them were pieces of work. But in her religious reasoning, she's trying to use what happened to her to say that God caused it to happen or wanted it to happen. Hear me. Hear how crazy this is. God wants people to die to send a message. God wants people to get sick just so he can send the message. Hear what I'm saying today. That stuff, I lived in that reality tunnel where I used to renegotiate that stuff. I don't do it no more because it does not make any divine sense. Why does an omnipotent creator, you telling me he's omnipotent, you're telling me he's all loving, why in the world does a benevolent creator who sees us as little gods and as offspring need people to be sick, need people to be in accidents, need people to die, need people to struggle just so they can beg it for mercy or beg it for grace or change their ways? I can't see no likes and hearts. I wish I could. We're not on Facebook no more because I don't know who liking what. I don't know what kind of feedback I'm getting. This woman thought she was barren because God wanted her to be barren. And listen to this. Listen to this. There are people today who may not have children. They're in some of these churches, and folk are walking up to them saying, yeah, it was God's will. He didn't want you to have no babies because there are many kids out there that need to be adopted. And the reason you're barren, hallelujah, shanana, is so you can go into the system and bring back these kids that don't have a good mother like you. Hiya. Hey, the Lord did it so you can adopt these 10 kids. Foolishness. Utter, complete nonsense. People will curse you. They will curse you through the eyes of religion. Okay, you didn't fornicated, you've committed adultery, they would say, or you didn't give in this offering, you didn't show up for these services. So guess what? God's blocking your blessing. The reason why you didn't get hired for that job, okay, is because you last week missed prayer. The reason why, family, let me they're speaking tongues. This is what the Lord is showing me right now. Lord is showing me right now, until you sow that seed, you'll never see your need met. Hear me today. Religious reasoning. People fabricate reasons. If it's not God stopping them, it's the devil stopping them. If it's not the devil directly, it's the devil working through other people. I'm just trying to understand, why does your God need to hinder you? Why does your God need to destroy you? Why isn't your God on your side all the time? And why is your God so petty? It's a petty God. I'm serious. I didn't realize how petty it was until I started deconstructing. This is pettiness. Killing whole families. I'll kill you. I'll curse your bloodline. I'll wipe you off the face of the earth because you didn't do this or the other. I need y'all to catch this catastrophizing mindset. This fatalistic, this punitive mindset, this cultural reasoning that when everything goes wrong, it's either God blocking it or the devil trying to stop it. And I'm not saying that there aren't some things that are not interrupted because you don't need to go down that pathway. I'm not saying that, family. But people use this as an excuse all the time. Sarah literally in this text thought she was barren because God didn't want her to be barren. Hear what I'm saying today. You don't need to be in a car accident to be blessed. Talk about, I was praying for a financial miracle, and I was praying to God over my hey, and I was in an accident. And listen, let me tell you something, child. Both of my legs was broke. Both of my arms was broke. Let me tell you something. They had to give me a new heart. You don't hear what I'm saying today. Oh my goodness, I can barely see out of one eye. Let me tell you, just like God said it, I got $1 million out of that accident. The Lord spoke and told me financial blessing, and God put me in that accident. He allowed me to be in that accident on purpose so that he could fulfill his promise. Y'all telling me an almighty God has to have kill you to bless you. Religious reasoning. There are people who are watching me now. You probably feel like for religious reasons, this is why you are not experiencing abundance. You probably feel like for religious reasoning purposes, this is why you don't have the man and woman of your dreams. This is why you don't have the career of your dreams. This is why you can't manifest tuition money. Hear me. Because of religious reasoning, some of you all feel like the very creator they tell you is all loving is the one that's blocking and stopping you. And let me ask you a question. If this almighty God is blocking and stopping you all the time, when will you ever get ahead? When will you ever get it right? Now let me say this, family. Let me say this, and I got to move on because I'm on my soapbox now. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. I feel this. Number one, if you read the story, you know it was never God blocking nothing. It was never God who made this woman barren. Sometimes we are just struggling, okay, because of bad choices, bad decisions. Sometimes we're just struggling, like in this woman's case, where there was a defect in her reproductive system that would not allow her to produce children. Hear me. Hear me. And I believe that we manifest our reality. I believe we have permission from the divine, the creator, source, and sustainer to manifest the world and the life that we live in. What you are seeing in your life today is a reflection of your beliefs. I need you to catch that. So there are so many people who are depressed. Can I tell you some of the most depressed people in the world are Christians and religious folk? They're depressed. You know why most of them are depressed? They are depressed because they can't please their God. That's why they're depressed. Their God has a lot of demands. Their God has a lot of list of rules. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying today. Their God will rain down fire. Their God kills women and children. Catch what I'm saying. Listen, he might strike me down on the toilet if I miss this, that, or the other. People are living under duress. It's sad. This is not relational. This is not love. This is duress. This is like somebody got a gun to your head. It's like your creator got a gun to your head, or your creator is holding it over your head. If you don't do this right, hear me, anything could possibly happen to you. I need you to hear what I'm saying today. So we got a bunch of folk out here who feel less than. We got a bunch of folk out here who don't feel worthy. We got a bunch of folk out here who are performance-based Christians. They're only doing what's right because they're afraid of an alternative of hell and afraid of an alternative that the bottom might fall out of their lives. It is strictly fear-based. And you're putting it all on God or all on its sinister being. Neither one has anything to do with what's going on in your life. It is you. Religious reasoning will have people damning themselves every day. False religious reasoning paints a picture of a creator who, if you don't give him credit enough, listen to this. This just don't make no sense to me. If I'm omnipotent, I'm all powerful, you can't give me nothing anyway. There's nothing you could do for me as an all-powerful being. There's nothing you can give to me that's of any worth, and there's nothing you can take away from me because I am all-powerful. And in this all-powerfulness and all-knowingness, an all-powerful being you would think would be a very secure being, because this all-powerful being, watch this, knows all of the nuances, all of the weaknesses, all of the debilitating things concerning this race, concerning this species, knowing what it's going to do before it does it, but it's angry enough to want to just kill and destroy people. An omnipotent being would not care if you worship it or not. It don't need that from you, family, to be secure within itself. Matter of fact, it should pity you. It should do everything it could for you, at least in this matrix, in this physical existence that you're living, because you're so limited on the physical side, not the spiritual you, the physical you. And I told somebody, and I've been saying this for years now, and I'm going to continue to say it for people who practice traditional Christianity. The only doctrine that makes any sense is grace anyway. I'm just going to be honest. There are no other doctrines that make as much sense as grace. You say, why does that? Why you say that? The book says if you think the wrong thing, you wrong. Catch what I'm saying today. I don't know. Some of y'all, I might be turning some of y'all off. If so, then you know, I apologize, but I got to be me. The book says if you look on a woman in lust, you've already had sex. You've already done it with her. And I explained to you what Yeshua meant when he said that. But people teach that. So watch this. If you have up to 60,000 thoughts a day, do you honestly think every thought you have is going to be a thought that's in line with your religious system? Come on now. Do you actually think every thought that comes to your mind is going to be a correct thought? Hear what I'm saying today. It's been said that about 90% of these thoughts are repetitive. That means we're thinking some of the same stuff over and over. Let me tell you why I said grace is the only doctrine that makes sense. Because you don't have to physically do something from that interpretation to be wrong. Thinking the wrong thoughts, watch this, according to some teaching, puts you in jeopardy of hellfire. And some of these folk will say, if you don't repent of all these wrong thoughts as well as these deeds, they will put you in hell. Then they got categories. These categories don't exist in the Bible. These are categories made up by people, by some theologians, some scholars, some preachers. Sins of commission and sins of omission. In other words, there's stuff you omitted to do. Hear what I'm saying today. There's a group out there that's teaching that if you don't even repent of the stuff that you didn't know you was doing, you're on your way to hell. What? What are you saying? I'm going to be held guilty for something I didn't even know I was doing? Help me, help me, help me, help me. Yeah, yeah. This is what religious reasoning does. It blames or positions your God, your Savior, whoever or whatever in the creation or in the construction or in the crafting of their beliefs. These folk who got dresses down to their ankles, who wearing white and stuff over their heads. I need you to hear what I'm saying. Woman, whether you open your legs or not, man, whether you commit what they say is sin or not, you can think a wrong thought, and you're thinking many of these folks, listen to me, they're sexually suppressed and they're thinking lust all the time, getting them some all the time. Some of them are poor with a scarcity mindset, so they got a greed mindset. They're thinking money all the time. And then some of them are underappreciated. They rise to the ranks in the church, so they're power hungry, proud people who will literally step on anybody to get a position in the church. Hear what I'm saying today. All of this stuff is going on. You couldn't be, even in your own religious context, who you think you are without grace anyway, because nobody can do what y'all asking people to do 100% and can do what you say your God is asking you to do 100%. It makes no sense. Wow. Somebody help me. This is why this is why, family. This is why And I'm glad they brought those. I'm glad Destiny put that up, 7 deadly sins. There really is no such thing. There's something that has been coined and named. No sin is supposed to be any greater than the other. And of course, y'all know I went to seminary. I've got 5 degrees, 4 of them in it or in theological disciplines. No sin is supposed to be greater than any, although Yeshua said on one occasion, he used the term the greater sin, which is totally contradictory to what's taught in most schools, because in most of the time they teach you they're all the same. There's no one greater than the other. Anyone, according to them, can send you to that fiery place. Fascinating to me. Okay, let me get off that soapbox. Sarah thought God made her barren. Is it possible that there's some people watching and listening to me now who honestly believe you don't have what you have because God is responsible for you not having what you have? She believed that God made her barren. If you don't understand the text, if you don't understand the culture, if you don't understand the background, you would read her words and honestly think that God was responsible for her barrenness. God was not responsible for her barrenness. The lack of functioning of her ovaries was responsible for her barrenness. The next thing is good source reasoning. Type that in the comment section. Good source reasoning. Good source reasoning. Type that in the comment section. Watch this. Verse 2, 16 and 2. Good source reasoning. She said, I pray thee, go in unto my maid, which was her handmaid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarah. Good source reasoning is when we don't understand what's happening, we tend to make things up along the way. I'm going to say it again. When we don't understand what is happening, we tend to make things up on the way. Sarah thought it was God who made her barren. And she also thought, okay, well, maybe God is saying the way I'm going to have a child is through my handmaid. A handmaid is a servant. That's what a handmaid was, a servant. So Sarah gave her servant Hagar to Abraham to produce a child. Now, we just need to be honest here, family. There's some stuff until the miracle happened, until the breakthrough took place. You know, maybe I'm talking to myself now. Oh, watch out, AG. We create answers that are not in our best interests, answers that's going to bring about consequences we don't like. For example, some of y'all, I'm just going to be honest, you need to wait until the right person shows up and stop dating these jokers. Some people, watch this, you need to plant your feet until the right career manifests before you jump the ship. Catch what I'm saying today. Some people need to decide within themselves to gain an understanding and clarity from the divine as to what it is you should and should not be doing, instead of just trying 20 different things, wearing and exhausting yourself out before you finally hear the direction you should be walking in or pick the career you should actually be picking. This woman created a situation that was going to contribute nothing but heartache to her life. And guess what? Abraham, according to the text, Abram, listen. You think he gonna turn down some young sex from a fine tenderoni? Well, my wife said I can do this. So hey, she giving me. You hear what I'm saying? And it, according to what we read in the text, he really did love this woman. But again, it was not unusual. Polygamy was not unusual then. Men doing what they doing outside of a committed relationship was not unusual then. But it started with Sarah. I'm talking to all Sarahs today. Do not concoct a scheme and say God blessed it. Stop creating alternative situations and then expecting a good outcome when it was your idea. It never was a divine idea. When I say, yes, you are divine, but I'm talking about divinely inspired. It is you trying to fill in the blanks. It is you trying to get an understanding. It is you trying to make something work. It is you trying to make something fit. I need y'all to catch what I'm saying today. Sometimes we're reaching for stuff to fill a void that never will fill the void. If anything, it's going to make our lives hellish. She was never instructed. Oh, y'all quiet now. She was never instructed that the baby would come from anybody else but herself. But she just decided because, watch this, because of her religious reasoning, believing that she was blocked by the divine, that this is the answer. This is the solution. And this is what I want to hear from, what you all to hear from me today. When you believe you're blocked, when you believe you're limited, when you believe you don't have many options, desperation will kick in, and desperation will lead to mesmerization. Desperation will lead to some forms of damnation. Desperation will lead to doom and gloom. Desperation will lead to pain. Making decisions when you're desperate are not healthy. Making decisions when you're desperate is not a good thing. Making decisions and including God in it and expecting a great outcome, hear what I'm saying today. Lord have mercy. Am I making any sense to anybody here? Am I making any sense to anybody here? Let me give you the next one. Type this in the comment section. Let me look at my time. I got a few more minutes. I want you to type natural instinct reasoning. Natural instinct reasoning. Natural instinct reasoning. Type that in the comment section. Natural instinct reasoning. Thank you for your comments. Natural instinct reasoning. This is the last one I'm going to do today. I'll finish this section up next week. I feel this one while I'm talking. Speak, 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 God. Speak, source. Speak, creator. Natural instinct reasoning. She says in Genesis 16:3, and Sarah, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian. Hagar made the Egyptian, after Abraham had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. So first, she gave her so he could try and make a baby with her. Verse 3 says, then she became his wife. Hear me, family. Hear me. When we're waiting and marking time, and we shouldn't be marking time, but when we're waiting and marking time, we deal with impatience, and instinctive reasoning can set in. Hear me. Time motivates us to reach for what's within and pull out what we think we know. This is what I want you to hear. Time had passed. It is believed by some that it took 25 years for her to produce this child. She's operating now, family. She's operating now under the pressure of a time constraint. She, like you and I, believe that time is a factor. This is why I teach we've got to get time in its truest perspective. Time is an illusion. It's not even a concrete, measurable thing. It is something that only exists in our minds. It is a system that that our species has created to mark our experiences, to measure our experiences, to feel our experiences, to help us interpret our experiences. It is used as a marker for experiences. But it is nothing that you can put under a microscope and see. Hear what I'm saying today. It is merely a three-dimensional construct. It don't exist outside of the three-dimensional physical realm. And it again only exists here because we created it. We made something abstract become real in terms of time. So now he marrying a woman he really got no business marrying by permission of his wife. Hear what I'm saying today. Hear what I'm saying today. Do not give your man, do not give your dream, do not give your woman, stop pushing them and stop pushing your vision and your dream in the hands of the wrong people. All because you're impatient. Stop putting yourself in the hands of the wrong people. Stop putting your now and stop putting your future, hear me, in the hands of someone or somebody that's not divinely placed in your life. Catch what I'm saying today. All because. So you're scrambling to come up with ideas. I got this time. I got this time. It's got to get this done. And this was said. And I got to get this done by the time I get 31. And I got to get this done by the time I'm got to get 35. And that's why some people, you're swinging and striking out. And then some of y'all, you're making hits. You're getting on base. You got a double. You got a triple. Some of y'all hitting a home run. Watch this. But you're hitting a home run that's going to come back and cause you major issues in your future. All because she did not stand in faith. She did not take a position where I'm the one who's supposed to be pregnant. I'm the one who's going to produce the offspring. If you have read any text in Genesis, when she hears what is believed to be the creator in the form of a body with two angels outside of her tent saying she was going to be pregnant, she was laughing inside the tent. Laughing, number one, because she didn't think she could get some sookie now pleasure at that age. And number two, she knew she couldn't have no babies. By that time, she's like 99, I believe. 98, 99. She thinking, ain't no way I'm going to have no children. This is crazy. Ha! Hear what I'm saying today. Is it possible that sometimes we concoct these stories because subconsciously we really don't believe that we can be a multimillionaire? Is it possible that subconsciously we really don't believe we can make six figures? Or subconsciously, is it possible we really don't believe we can have love like we never had it before? Or we can have companionship and partnership, or we can have the career of our desires and dreams, or we can provide the best for our families and our children, or we can have the business, or we can have the social impact or the national impact or the regional impact that people are. Is it possible that subconsciously we really believe we've gone through too much stuff and we don't have enough education and we don't have enough in looks and we don't have enough in connections that we can see any of this happen anyway? Is it really, really possible that you're kind of like Sarah, that I'm like Sarah sometimes, that there's a part of me that believes this really probably not going to happen anyway? I'm looking at my watch. That rent probably not really going to get paid. So let me do something to make sure. Let me step outside my, outside my moral zone. Y'all quiet up in here. Let me step outside of myself and do something to do what I got to do. Let me do something illegal. Let me have somebody put me on for a weekend. And you hear what I'm saying? Let me bring somebody else in to brainstorm with me whose brain only thinks sinister. Y'all quiet. Let me bring the wrong people into the equation. Let me add some more drama that's going to take me the opposite direction, because that's what ended up happening. This plan backfired on her years later. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, we're looking at time and we're letting time, our interpretation of time, pressure us. Let me say it again. We're looking at time and we're allowing our interpretation of time to pressure us. We're looking at deadlines and we're allowing our interpretation of deadlines to pressure us. Catch what I'm saying today. Y'all know. Y'all know y'all can do stuff, and there's gonna be money left. There's gonna be money left on the nightstand for you. Y'all quiet. There's gonna be money put in your hand. Y'all, I hear me. Hear what I'm saying today. And folks will be listen. The only God that made you make money like that is you as a little God, not the big one. I don't know why I'm saying this. I guess I do know why I'm saying this is on somebody's roll. This is it. This is this is where somebody lived. I need you to hear me. Sarah thought, I need to help the divine. So this is what I'm telling y'all. When you're believing for a miracle, or when you are using your faith to create better situations, you will eventually receive inspired action that will prompt you to get up and call a person or go online or do this or do that. Hear what I'm saying today. That's going to happen. But the details are not your business. I want you to type it in the comment section. The details of manifestation are not my business. Come on. Come on. Type that in the comment section. The details of manifestation are not my business. The details of manifestation are not my business. Come on here. Now, all of us family know, all of us right now, hear what I'm saying today. You can say what you want to say. Some of y'all got people you ain't connected with no more that you can go to that you shouldn't go to get certain things, to have certain things done for you. Hear me. And when you feel like you're under a time constraint, hear what I'm saying. I have drug dealers in family. I have drug dealers that were close friends. I have big time drug dealers I have known in my life. And I've had conversations with drug dealers, pimps, other kinds of people who are trying to change their lives. And when money gets short, when money gets tight, come on now, I talked to some people, some women who loaned out their bodies to pay their rent. I've had all these kind of conversations with people to encourage them. That was then. You can manifest a different outcome by not having to give the good, best parts of yourself out. Catch what I'm saying today. Or without having to do something illegal or put yourself in a position where you're violating or breaking the law just to get something. It's unnecessary. If you believe that this is your method, then you will manifest from it, but there are risks associated with it. But also, I say this all the time, there are a million ways the creator, the source, the sustainer who runs this universe can bless you and me. The details of manifestation are not your business. Hear me. And what challenges people sometimes when they hear messages like this is that the linear concept is I got to do. Hard work pays off. Hard work. Yes, hard work has paid off, but people have broke backs, broke necks, broke minds, broke families from overworking themselves. What pays off is great faith. That great faith again leads to an idea. That idea brings about an opportunity for you then to contribute an action. That action is going to make sure that the outcome is profitable. They all work together in connection, in concert with each other. Woo-hoo. And your old programming, come on now. Your old programming, y'all know I'm on your road. Your old programming, the day is getting short, it's getting lean. Come on here. You got a day before that car note, or a day before that tuition, or a day before this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And your mind is interpreting that time is working against you. That's what your mind is saying. Time is working against you. And you're going to be in a bad, bad situation. And you'll start getting that itch. That idea will come. Well, Ray. Well, that idea will come. Shaquita. Yeah. That idea will come. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Pop up in your head. That's not the God. That's you as a little God who's operating off of old confirmation bias. You're still in that reality tunnel. This is how you used to make ends meet in the past. The new you don't need that. The new you don't require yet that. Really, the old you didn't, but that's what you believe was necessary at the time. And sometimes people talk us into this foolishness. Family, friends, child, if I was you, give him some. If he gonna give me $1,000, if he gonna pay my rent, you ain't got all that foolish talk, convincing you to hold yourself out or to diminish yourself to get an outcome. Watch this, that you as a little God have permission by the big God to manifest without all of that riff-raff type foolishness, because you are powerful anyway. Ooh, I felt that one. 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 You're a new creation every day. There's a new you evolving and emerging every single day of your life. And if you allow the faith to work in you, some of the things I've been presenting over the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 months, exercise your power, stand in your power, sit in your power. Come on here. You're going to see great and great manifestation come. My niece who's on here now, Hillary, I told you last week we did a 777 offering, but it came to me, Neville got its phrase, isn't it wonderful? It just came to me while I was talking. And I said, we're going to give an offering connected to, isn't it wonderful? And I said, before you go to bed tonight, say, isn't it wonderful? When you get up in the morning, say, isn't it wonderful? She required some things financially. And her testimony is somebody asked her to do an interview about something government related. She did it willingly. Wasn't worried about the money. Didn't think there was any money associated with it. And found out a couple of days later, after starting to say, isn't it wonderful, after getting into that state of consciousness of feeling that everything is good, everything is wonderful, everything is settled. Come on here. An honorarium popped up. Money to go along with the speech that she didn't know was available to her. I need you to catch what I'm saying. There are all kinds of ways you and your powerful self, you as your powerful self, can and will manifest provision, can and will manifest a harvest. And you don't have to know what the details are. Last but not least, I should have saved this for another time, but I need to tell you this more often. I want you to type it in the comment section. Circumstances don't matter. Oh my goodness. Type that in the comment section. Circumstances don't matter. Circumstances, they don't matter. We'll finish this story maybe next week, but I want you to type it in the comment section. Circumstances don't matter. They don't matter. I need you to really catch that. I need you to really catch that. For whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe those things which he said shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he said. Yeshua is talking about conscious creation using faith. And circumstances don't matter. When we make them matter, we make them bigger. We create it as an obstacle. But when we believe they don't matter, they really don't matter. Faith, hear me, when you are operating in real faith, it don't care what you owe. It don't care who your enemies are. It don't care about what is perceived as the gravity and severity of the situation. Faith and God power is above all of that. This same woman that I'm talking about ended up pregnant. I'm telling you right now, y'all know from experiences, you've had your back against the wall. You felt like 2 feet were planted somehow, some way in a hellish situation, and it was consuming you. But all of a sudden, you decided you didn't care no more about the hell. You decided you didn't care no more about the obstacles. You just decided somehow, some way that I'm getting out of this. And guess what? You got out because circumstances don't matter. I've seen people with no money at closing end up with miraculous money. I've seen people with terrible credit end up with new cars. I've seen people with jacked up credit and no down payments move into palatial houses. I've seen people with no education, with no tuition money show up at the school with no money, no way to pay for their education. And before the end of the day was over, they had money for their tuition and end up graduating college. I need you to catch what I'm saying today. I've seen people with incurable diseases. I prayed for many in my life, laying on their deathbed, doctors scratching their head and saying there is no cure. But after prayer, within days, they got up off their bed of affliction. I'll never forget, I was praying for a baby who was dying in the hospital, vital signs going down. The doctors were concerned. I went in that hospital. I prayed for that baby. They said within 24 hours, the vital signs changed, went up. That baby is still alive. That baby is a grown child or almost grown today. I need you to hear me. When faith shows up, when power shows up, circumstances don't matter. Oh my God. I feel that one. I feel that one deep in my soul. I feel that one deep in my spirit. I don't know who I'm talking to here today, but there's somebody that I'm talking to. You've been in a den. You've been in a cave of sadness, a cave of depression. Come on now. You've been in all kinds of circumstances that you feel you shouldn't be in. It seems like it's sucking the life out of you. You are mad as hell with everybody around you. But I encourage you to create some heaven on the inside of you and recognize circumstances don't matter. I know a true story. I heard the late, great Bishop G. Patterson tell this story years ago about a woman he knew that was a member of his church who would just go and sit with a woman every day. She was in college. She got this little job while she was in college. This little old lady lived by herself, and she went into this woman's house. Sometimes the only thing the woman wanted her to do was talk. It got to the point where she didn't even want her to clean. She didn't want her to cook. She just wanted her to talk to her. The lady still treated her like she was her mother. Her grandmother loved on her, doted on her, blah, blah, blah. She would go by and visit while she was in college. And then one day this lady died. I need you to hear what I'm saying. A struggling college student who got a little job, who just did her job and did it well and loved this woman well and was loyal to this woman. This woman died. One day she got a call. It was from the old lady's lawyer. This is a true story. And he said, "We got money for you." She said, "Money from who?" She said, "So-and-so." And she said, "Yes." She passed. This woman had one checking account with over $50 million in it. There was another checking account with 20-something million. I think it was somewhere close to $100 million, including a life insurance policy as well, that this old lady had left this young lady who was scratching to survive to get through college. I need you to hear what I'm saying today. See, circumstances don't matter because one person can turn everything around. One event, one number, one job, one opportunity, one door open, meeting the right group, meeting the right circumstances can completely turn your situation around. That's why mountains respond to what we say. Mountains respond to what we speak. Mountains respond to what we believe. And yes, you could be in a dead-end job today, but by the end of the year, you can be in the job of your dreams. You can be eye or neck deep, come on here, in debt like I used to be. And before the end of the year, you're getting a letter from the student loan saying that your $50,000 of student loans have been forgiven. I prophesied it. I sat in that faith. I stood in that power. Watch this, because circumstances really don't matter. Oh my God. I feel like running right now. They don't matter. Who am I talking to here today? Who am I talking to here today? Who am I talking to here today? They don't matter. Hallelujah. Come on, put your hands up. Put some worship emojis in the chat. They don't matter. They don't matter. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Thank you, Linda. She's on Patreon. She said, you talking to me. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, family. I'm telling you right now. Da 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 ba. I'm telling you right now. I am speaking to people who are going to have some suddenly shifts for the better in your lives. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody that's watching me is getting ready to receive a phone call about a better job opportunity. Mhm. Yeah. Somebody who's watching me, you're getting ready to receive a better job opportunity. The phone is going to ring. The email is on its way. Mm, mm, mm. Because circumstances don't matter. Hear me, family. That's for you, Destiny. Yes, that's for you. That word is for you. Hear what I'm saying today. Hear what I'm saying today. There might not be a physical body with you, but you're never alone. I'm going to say it again. There may not be a physical body with you, but you are never alone. The I am, the divine, the source is in you, one with you. The angels, the spirit guides, come on here. They are there with you. Mm. Yes, 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 yes. You're not alone. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. I do. I love the wonderful text that says, if God be for you, who is against you? I love David's text, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want, I shall not lack. I love it. You are not alone. You don't require people to believe in your vision. You don't require for people to believe in your dream. You need to believe first, and then God will send folk to you who believe in you sometimes more than you believe in yourself. Circumstances, they don't matter. Almighty, I thank you. I speak, but you've already shown me the suddenly shifts, the suddenly miracles, the suddenly emergence of manifestations, of finances, of love, of healing in the body, of connections. Yes, yes, of opportunities. Mm, right now. And I thank you that it is so. And so it is. Mm, mm, mm. I want you to type in the comment section, I may feel alone, but I am never alone. Type in the comment section, I may feel alone, but I am never alone. Type that in the comment section. I may feel alone, but I am never alone. And hear what I'm saying when I say this, and I'm going to release you. I'm going to release you, give you an opportunity to give because I know some of y'all want to give. But let me share this with you. Years ago, and sometimes I'm reminded of this. I was saying to myself, walking through the house where I used to live, that I was just alone. And I heard a voice say to me, you're not alone. And it proceeded to say to me, you're insulting me when you say you're alone. I am with you. Come on here, somebody. I got tears forming in my eyes. I need somebody to know you are not alone. It's the brain, it's the natural part of our existence that can cause us to feel as if we have no help. We have nobody who understands us. But your creator, those spiritual forces that are aligned with you, are always with you. I feel it. I feel it. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. You're not alone. Mm, I feel it. I feel the presence. I feel the presence. You're never alone. 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 And just like last week, I prophesied within 7 days, some of you all were going to have testimonies merely from declaring and decreeing. Isn't it wonderful? By this next Sunday, more of you will have more testimonies of supernatural interventions, powerful things happening on your behalf. Ooh, my goodness gracious. It's already done. Some bills are about to be paid. Some phone calls are about to hit your phone. Some people you haven't heard from in a while that you need to get some things straight with are going to pop up. Mhm. Your body is going to make advances in areas that you've been praying and meditating about. Catch what I'm saying today. Accept it. Own it as your word. This is so. And so it is. Your weeping did endure for a night. Your joy is here now. For it is always the same state in the spirit. Morning, the highlight of light and light. Goodness is eternal. Mercy is eternal. Grace is eternal. Love is eternal. Oh, I sense it. And I bless you. Thank you, Yeshua. Your name, power, consciousness, your way. It is so. So it is. Am I the only one who feels God, who feels something right now? Sense presence so strong. Mm, mm, mm. Thank you, 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 thank you. Mm, 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 mm. Some of you by Wednesday. Good news is coming by Wednesday. Good news for some of you is coming by Wednesday. Mhm. I bless you. I pray. Mhm. Stand still. Some of you need to stand still. The way has been made. I need to tell some of y'all to stand still. The way has been made. Who is that word for? Stand still. The way has been made. Believe in yourself. Take this message to heart. Listen to it over and over again if you need to. Believe in the God that is in you, that's a part of you. And don't allow anybody's opinions to talk you out of the truth in knowing you do have a relationship with the Creator. You do have a relationship with God. You do know God. God does favor you. God does accept you. Your faith is working. Hey, 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 hey. Mm, mm, mm. I see upgraded transportation too. Maybe that's for me. Mm, mm, mm. Upgraded transportation. Somebody's getting ready to trade in a car or another. Somebody's getting ready to get another vehicle on this lot, on this broadcast. On this broadcast. You may come in and replay, but a new vehicle is coming your way. I see it, and I sense it. Last but not least, last but not least, glory to God. Tuitions are paid for. Mm-mm. Tuitions are paid for. I sense it so strong. Tuitions are paid for. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel it. I sense it. I know it. It is so. And so it is. Thank you. 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 Mm. Yes. 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 Hmm. Hallelujah. It is so, and so it is. Quickly, any prayer requests? I haven't done that in a while. Any prayer requests? Any prayer requests, real quickly? Any prayer requests before I get off here? Mm, any prayer requests before I get off here? I know we've already hit some. We've already hit some with what we spoke, with what was prophesied, with what was shared. Yeah, I realized that. I realized. All right, I'm getting ready to release you with the shalom blessing. We'll be on in a couple of days, family. So don't forget to join us in a couple of days. Mm, mhm, mhm. Yes, yes. And I stay in the wave and I'm standing in my power. Yes, yes. Okay, Destiny. Stand still, Destiny. Stand still, Destiny. Stand still. Uh, within 14 days, I see 14 days for your Destiny. Clarity is coming. When I say clarity, I mean a specific understanding about you and your situation, and then strategy, but clarity. Embrace the clarity. Don't let it roll off your back. Don't say, oh, is this really? No, it's really going to be the creator speaking to you through you. Clarity is coming. And then some situations are shifting too within 14 days, shifting in your favor. Hear this. You might have some people shift out your life. Let them go. This shifting is a reordering and a rearrangement. Watch this, to align you with answers to prayer. And last but not least, you didn't tell me this, but I know this. You almost didn't make it to this broadcast today. You had to be on today to hear this message. This message is a synchronicity and a confirmation for you. It's a synchronicity and a confirmation for you. As sure as my name is what it is, it may come in dreams, it may come in a conversation, clarity, it may come in a direct voice. You're going to know more than you knew in the next 14 days, and you're going to see some shifts take place in your life. Yes, good news is on its way for you. Good news is on its way for you. Now, Monica, I see some, I see, you might be talking about other good news, maybe family and health, but I see wealth news. It looks like some, I don't want to say a lawsuit, but it's like some money tied up. I don't see with specificity in this moment. It's money though. I see it in like a pool. I see it in like reserve. It's getting ready to be released. I don't know. It might be I don't know. I just know I see a bundle of money that is rightfully yours. That's the key word. It's rightfully yours. Rightfully yours. There it is. Rightfully yours. Okay, she's waiting on some good news about a house. There's some money, though, associated with this house. I don't know what it is. Maybe you already got the money to get the house, but there's some money that is going to pop up to support this. Okay, okay, okay. Long as you know what I mean, because sometimes when it's revealed to me, I don't have all the details, and it'll probably come to me when I get off even more. But there's something associated with. I see it. It's some money. I'm telling you, it's some money, and it's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's like it's been held back, withheld from you, and it's about to be released. It's about to be released. Mhm. Yes, 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 yes. Appreciate you so much, Melvin. Thank you, sir. All right. All right. Thank you for your requests. Thank you for your requests. And I'm going to release you all with let me see. Let me check Patreon right quick. I don't see any prayer requests on there. Okay. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. I'm going to release you today with shalom blessing. Come on, let's show some love to my sister, Pastor Janice Green. I haven't seen her in a long time. I need to go to Memphis and see my sister. But she need to come to see me. Mm. She's on today. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mystical says, well, she said, well, shoot. I received that for myself too. Yes, yes, yes. Hear me, hear me. I want you to continue to speak. Isn't it wonderful? But let me say this to me. Let me say this to you. Excuse me. Let me say this to you. This is breaking news. This is breaking news. And Linda Nelson is on Patreon, Pastor Janet. She's saying, hey, this is breaking news. Listen to me. There is an energy, an anointing, a presence, and a frequency of abundance that's growing, developing, and moving among us. It's growing, developing, and moving among us. I want you to hear what I'm saying today. It's growing, it's developing, it's moving among us. I feel it. I want to say this and I'm going to be done. Listen to me. Listen to me. When you are operating in what we call a certain realm, a certain dimension, you are transmitting something universally you don't even know. You are your aura, your presence. There, that's why you meet certain people. And let me just make sure I correct this. When I say abundance, I'm not just talking about finances. That's a piece. There's an abundance of joy that's coming, an abundance of fulfillment, an abundance of peace. Yes, and an abundance of success, an abundance of love. All those things are contained within abundance. But have you ever met people, they don't even have to try to manifest wealth, and it seems like they stumble into things? Some folks call that an anointing. It's really a frequency. It's really it's really an energy. It's a presence where there is such a peace and a clarity and a good relationship with abundance that they are emitting and transmitting that all the time. And stuff just happens. And what I'm saying when I make that statement is that's what's happening to you all in this group. The stuff that you tried to do physically, you're going to just wake up one morning and it's going to be done. It's just going to happen. The phone call, the text, the email, the inbox, the package at your door, and it's going to be a chain reaction of events back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Hear what I'm saying today? Because a poverty mindset transmits a frequency. A poverty mindset transmits an energy. A scarcity mindset transmits a frequency and an energy. That cognitive energy that you think is self-contained, where we're thinking all these lowly thoughts are creating things to confirm these lowly thoughts. So it is with an abundance mindset. All those things start coming into your world. And let me tell you the key. Let me tell you the key, and I'm gonna get off here. The key is when you change inside, when I say change inside, when you become an inwardly where you feel the abundance. Every day you look at your checking account and the numbers are not aligning with the goals, but the feeling of the avalanche, the feeling of blessing, the feeling of security, the feeling of safety, the feeling of it's already supplied, the feeling of the wonderful feeling, the isn't it wonderful feeling, the vibe that goes along with that wonderful feeling shows you you've shifted. Watch this. So then your interpretation of these situations change, but eventually in the three-dimensional, you'll see the details of God come into play because now this is who and what you are. This is how you show up every day, no matter what the news is. You are in this place of I am where you are not moved by any physical circumstances. The circumstances don't move you. You move the circumstances. And the opportunities come in like waves. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I feel that while I'm talking. So continue to develop your faith, continue to alter your mindset, continue to within yourself and your imagination live as the you that has everything abundantly and in abundance. And sense this. I'm telling you, it's developing right now. Old things are literally passing away because there needs to be a rebirth and a recreation of the inner you so that all things can become new. People think that a conversion experience is just about one into a body or one into Yeshua. There are many conversion experiences and many rebirths, like there are many deaths that happen in us. Some of these inner deaths are necessary for the new us to emerge that don't have those old tales, that baggage, that old story, that old conditioning. It's dead now. It's gone. And only the new you interacts with creation and interacts with the universe and interacts with God. Only new you. And you'll speak it like Yeshua. You'll command it. You won't beg. You won't grovel. You won't have starve yourself to death thinking you need to fast 100 days. Ludicrous. You're one with God. You contain the power of the source. You'll command it, and then you'll leave the details to God. But an abundance frequency, an abundance mindset, an abundance presence, an abundance anointing is here right now. I release you with the shalom blessing. Shalom, shalom, peace, wholeness, and prosperity. Nothing missing, nothing. Appreciate you. See you soon.